Talk about building a team, what they've done. I mean, this is just absolutely phenomenal what the Warriors have done. This was the most woebegone franchise with a horrendous leader who just didn't have the vision, didn't have the passion, didn't have the commitment, didn't have the dream, didn't know how to do it. So they sell the team 5 years ago to Joe Lacob and Peter Guber. Peter, entertainment. Joe Lacob, finance. Building companies, venture capital. And they come in with just this whole new approach, and it's just absolutely beautiful what they've been able to do to change the culture, and everybody's involved. And then they have this really good team, but and then they hire Jerry West. And Jerry makes the critical trade because they got a player on their team, Monte Ellis, who's the big star of the team. But he shoots every time he touches the ball, regardless of the situation. So Jerry comes in, and Jerry says, we got to get rid of this guy. And everybody says, no, 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 no. They said, I tell you, you hired me, we got to get rid of this guy. So they trade him for Andrew Bogut. And then they hire Mark Jackson. And Mark Jackson comes in and does an okay job, but Peter Guber and Joe Lacob, Bill McMorrow, they're not interested in okay. They're interested in the top. And so they look at Mark Jackson, and Jerry West says, we got to make a coaching change. And so while they keep assembling all the pieces, the next biggest change was to get the right coach in there. And they hired Steve Kerr. Steve Kerr, Pacific Palisades, a ball boy at UCLA, John Wooden culture, Lute Olson culture at Arizona, Phil Jackson culture in Chicago, Greg Popovich culture in San Antonio. Then they come in and they just player development. They start working with each individual. Better physical condition, better commitment to the team, and then skill development. That absolute incredible element in your package, which is innovation in this business, in this world, the new idea. And that new idea has now come to be Steph Curry. And Steph Curry has completely changed the game. Steve Nash's quote yesterday, Steve Nash, one of my all-time favorite players, not the best player, Steve, but one of my favorites because, like Bill Russell, like Magic, Steve went out there and he looked around and he said, okay, what can I do to make everybody else here better? And Steve Nash said just yesterday when Steph Curry became the first unanimous MVP ever. Steve was a two-time, should have been three-time in a row, to join Larry and Wilt as the only three-time consecutive winners. But Steve said that he in his life has never seen anyone change the game of basketball in such a short period of time as Steph Curry has. Because when I watch Steph Curry, because I'm used to guys coming up, passing the ball around, right? Steph Curry, he's at 75 feet, three-quarter court, and I'm yelling at the TV, shoot the ball, Steph, shoot it right now. And he makes it. I love that guy. What was your question? I'm sorry.